Hey, what's up? I'm Dave, founder of Buy or Borrow Music, and today we're going to talk about the brand new JHS PackRat, one of the pedals I have been most excited about dropping. This thing is absolutely killer. I have been a rat fanatic for years, and so today we're going to talk about all the features and things that make this so cool, and I'm also going to compare it a little bit to my original rat. This is actually the first rat pedal I ever owned. It's a reissue, big box from the early 2000s. I don't know, probably 02, 03, something like that. And I've had it for years. It has been a staple on my board. It never leaves despite its size. I modified it years ago. I got Brian Wampler's ebook back before he actually started building his own pedals. You could buy this ebook from Brian, and he would tell you how to modify your favorite pedal. So I've got tons of stuff I've modified. This is just a simple switch that changes the clipping diodes. So it basically changes up the way that the distortion feels inside the pedal. But that's one thing I like so much about this one, is that a lot of those really cool mods are built in to some of these different variants in the PackRat. So if you know anything about this, you're probably already familiar. There are 9 different settings in the pedal. And what I think is so cool about this is not only do you get all those different varieties of rat, and even some that weren't rat pedals, they were just basically different pedals built on that rat framework, but every single one in this box actually modifies the pedal to replicate the exact circuit. Like how does Josh Scott do this shit? I mean, he takes the coolest stuff and puts it in a very pedal board friendly size. That's one of the things I've hated about this thing for years. It's just so freaking big. So you put it on your board and you've got no room. You're trying to cram in other pedals around it. So you don't have that problem with this guy. So I'm not going to go through every single different option on the pedal. That would take way too long. So I'm just going to zoom in on some of the ones that I personally really liked, and we can talk about those, and then we'll listen to some sound clips. So first and foremost, you can't talk about this pedal unless you talk about the OG, and the OG on this is an exact model of an original rat. If you've never had a chance to play one, do yourself a favor, find one, try it if you can. They're absolutely killer. The only one I've played, and I have only played one, was actually at a vintage guitar shop out in Dallas, Texas. And the first thing that blew my mind was the filter knob's not a filter knob. It's actually a tone knob on the original rat. So one thing you'll notice as you go through these different settings on the pedal, there's a couple of different models on here that use that sort of tone control that based on the models that they're replicating. So the OG is that way. When you select it here, this is going to act more like a traditional tone control, like you would have on a Boss DS1 or another type distortion pedal, not a filter. As you continue to go through, of course, the ones where that would have been filter would have been standard on that particular model will be there. I love the white face rat. I know some people say it's vanilla ice cream, but it's absolutely killer. One of my favorites on here. The turbo rat is super cool. It's got LED diode clipping, much like what I did to mine to modify it here with the switch. The diodes, LED diodes, just give you a lot louder, more kind of amp-like breakup. So I absolutely love that model. The Brat is really cool as well. It was Rat's version that they did in the 90s to kind of go after that nasally, more mid-rangey grunge type tone. Some people hated it back then, but I really, really love it. It is a departure from the standard rat, but it's super cool. The dirty rat is also awesome as well. So pretty much, I personally found myself gravitating to those on the left side of the knob. These others are really cool, and they're mostly from here over are other models or other people's pedals that have replicated the rat circuit all the way around to the JHS model, which is pretty cool. I can't say it was one of my favorites, but it's really cool as well. But again, we're gonna go through some of these. I'll play you some sound samples. You guys make up your mind what you think is cool. Let's go listen to some sounds. right, well, I hope you enjoyed watching some of those sound clips. The JHS PackRat is absolutely awesome. I really think that this thing is gonna find its place onto my board. Tell us a little more in the comments. Did you like this one? Did you like this one? What did you think? And can you really tell the difference? I would bet a lot of money that if I blindfolded you and played my original rat and the white model, the white face model, you're probably not gonna tell the difference. To me, they were so similar. I love them both in totally the same way because they essentially sound the same. So just for the sake of size on your pedal board and options of different tones, I'm gonna go ahead and give the win to the new PackRat simply because it packs more punch in a smaller footprint. So this is usually the point in the video where all of us guitar players are struggling, saying, do I go buy a new pedal? Should I just go buy a used Rat? Are they even gonna sound like what I thought they were gonna sound like from the video? Join the club, man. Everybody feels that way. And that's actually the entire reason we created buyorborrowmusic.com. So with our service, you don't have to choose. You can literally go to our site and borrow either of the pedals that you saw today, amongst a lot of other gear as well. And you can choose to borrow it as long as you want. And if you love it, you can take your borrow price that you paid for that item and apply it straight to your purchase. If you don't like it, you can simply send it back. Our memberships start out completely free. You can register free for life and borrow anything on our site individually a la carte. If you want to take it to the next level, you can sign up for one of our paid programs where you pay a simple monthly fee and you can borrow gear on demand for no extra cost. You literally get it sent to your house, try it as long as you want. When you're done with it, you ship it back, or if you fall in love with it, you can buy it on the spot. So head over to buyorborrowmusic.com and we're gonna leave a link down in the notes here on YouTube as well, and check out our inventory. Hopefully you can find something that inspires you to discover your sound. Thanks again, and we hope to see you back on our next video.